What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark from BackTheMovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic. And today we're going to talk about a little film called Pike River. Yeah, you do not know what this is. Don't play. You didn't know. Don't look at me like that. Anyway, why did I watch this? It's for Melanie Linsky. Come on now. There's always a reason. So after earning all of our trust through every role she's basically ever done, namely at least Yellow Jackets, um, when I saw that she had a film set in New Zealand coming up, my interest was peaked. Uh, subscribe for cheap, quick jokes. That's what I do on this channel. I'm not very good at it, so they're gonna be terrible jokes to lighten the mood. But along the way, we have summoned the Xena warrior princess back to life, so Lucy Lawless is in this with her, who I did not know was from New Zealand. So kudos. Um, this is based on the 2010 mine collapse that actually happened. This is a real life event. This is a true story. And sort of the failure of the company that owns the mine to be what's the word I'm looking for? Decent human beings. That is a better word for that. Accountable. No, that's not fully it. What is the word? Empathetic. God, all of those, right? Like it's all of those. It's one of those films. Anyway, Linsky plays a woman who is trying to overcome the idea that her husband has been lost to this mine collapse, but at least, bare minimum, they can recover the bodies. Would be nice. There's some little twists and turns along the way in terms of making the story a little bit more interesting than just a simple recovery mission. Also, just an interesting look at the way that New Zealand's courts work. I found that to be interesting. It doesn't have audio description, but I don't know that it doesn't have any existing audio description ever. This being a title from New Zealand, it likely has, I would think, regional audio description for its area, but often that doesn't travel. It doesn't always make it here, and that's kind of a problem. And a lot of that has to do with distributors. When you have, obviously, that film is going to play a lot better in the Australian New Zealand market, right? For people who will remember that tragedy than it would in the US, Canada, or European markets, which is why often when you see films that are pegged with distribution, it tells you, the distributor has picked up rights in these territories. So I have a feeling that's probably what it is. Because I would think that Melanie Linsky for New Zealand is kind of like a, little bit of an. I have a feeling in New Zealand this is a much bigger film than it is for us. You know, it's like this is like Julia Roberts and Aaron Brockovich for them. Not to like belittle, but when it's your hometown girl, when it's somebody from your, it's hard to place that there. We think of it because Hollywood is sort of like the destination point. We sort of own all of these people from all over the world, and they come in here and they star in the movies and they drop their accents and they do films for us. But they still have to go home and they do their films, and I think it still matters a whole hell of a lot when they do something locally. And bringing an actress of Linsky's caliber back to New Zealand to tell this real life story, I think is resonant in and of itself. So it's opened last year, but it's opening in January 2026 for us Americans. America. Freedom. uh, yeah, this is it's a good story. I'm not gonna. I don't mean to take anything away from it. It's a story we've seen before. Sadly, it's the same sort of like tragic incident. Focus on surviving family members who are trying to do blank to uh, overcome said tragedy. Whether it be recovering the bodies or making someone pay, a combination of both. These films exist. They do well because people still sort of remember the tragedy. It's still sort of, you know, fresh in their minds. It's only 15 years ago. So I'd imagine, especially in New Zealand, that this hits hard. Men were lost. Company didn't do what they were supposed to. And, some people stood up and said, no, that's not good enough. So I liked it. I'm probably not going to really remember this at the end of the year if I'm being really honest. I thought it was a little long. It kind of drags, but it does have interesting twists along the way, though. There's a thing that they do with the reveal of some cameras that may or may not have been in places at the time, with footage that they probably do or do not want people to see. But then I get into well, I'm blind, so I can't actually see what's on the footage as the people react to it. But, their reactions were pretty, uh, you know, audible, I would say. Like gasps and, is that? Oh my God. Like, so I could tell that it was, whatever they were watching was something. Um, but yeah, there are certain barriers that are put up just because of the lack of audio description and accessibility here. At the same time, I really like these stick it to the man stories. Like, I'm just like, company didn't do what they were supposed to do. And they just were kind of like, well, we're just gonna leave him down there forever. You good with that? um, no. So, um, check this out, because, corporations don't always have our best interests at hand. And it's nice that, at least through some of these stories, we can be reminded of that on a rather perpetual basis. I'm sure there will be another one of these this year about something where somebody stands up to some corporation about something because they failed miserably, as they frequently do, not just in America, but all over the world. It's a genre of film unto itself. So, I'm giving Pike River. I'm gonna give it a 7.1 out of 10. I liked it. Yeah, there's a little bit of would have liked to have audio description element to this. But it follows a pretty typical structure that you've seen before in other films that do have audio description, that, standing up against the man type system. Linsky's performance is effective. I recognized her voice even when she's in her New Zealand accent, so that was easy. No idea where Lucy Lawless was. She's in there somewhere. I could not find her voice. Afterward, I was like, oh, wow, oh my God. I realized I've never heard her speak in her New Zealand accent before, I don't think. So, kudos to casting her and putting her in dramatic work. So, but yeah, I love Melanie Linsky. So, just wishing her all the best. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And I will see you guys down the river on the other side.